Well, Chris, this is the worst measles outbreak we've seen in decades, and alerts are now being issued in San Antonio, New Braunfels, and San Marcos. There are dozens of cases here in the state of Texas alone. Now, it's spread into New Mexico as well. This all started in Gaines County almost 3 weeks ago on February 5th. Since then, state health officials say someone who lives there in West Texas tested positive for the virus and traveled to Texas State University on Valentine's Day. That same person also visited the University of Texas at San Antonio, the Riverwalk, and the Buc-ee's in New Braunfels the following Saturday and Sunday. At last update, there are 90 measles cases across 7 Texas counties and 9 cases in 1 county in New Mexico. Chris, you said it, measles is highly contagious and it spreads through the air. We've seen questions about what to do if you believe you were exposed to measles. So I looked at the recommendations from the Texas Department of State Health Services. So listen up. If you even suspect you may have been exposed to measles, stay home and isolate yourself. You want to call your doctor before you show up to get tested so they can prepare. And here's why. Symptoms don't show up until a week, sometimes 2 weeks after exposure. That's when the rash with those trademark flat red spots will start on your face, sometimes around the neck and hairline, and then spread down to the rest of your body, along with a high fever, cough, runny nose, red and watery eyes. But you're contagious about 4 days before that rash even appears. Out of the 90 cases in the state, 85 of them do not have the measles vaccine. The virus can lead to serious complications for children and anyone with a weakened immune system. In fact, children make up about 90% of the infections. 16 people in the state have already been hospitalized, and health experts say children under 5 are some of the most at risk.
Well, that's the age group where most hospitalizations and complications have been described. And again, this will be mostly on the less than 5 years of age that have not been vaccinated. So historically, because measles was a disease that we rarely see, most of the adult people are already immune for prior vaccination because of the fact that there was no circulating measles.
Dr. Carreno went on to say the best defense against the measles is the vaccine. For kids who are not vaccinated, if they're exposed to the virus, Texas Administrative Code requires them to stay home from daycare and school for at least 21 days. I posted the vaccine schedule in this story at WFAA.com. And Chris, we're set to get the next update from Texas health officials on this measles outbreak tomorrow.
Well, let's hope they don't add even more cities to the list, Dee. And I think you hit the nail on the head. I mean, you're a mom, I'm a dad.
Yes.
You remember having those, newborns and little babies. You're sitting in a waiting room. And man, that's a scary thing to think that somebody with measles could be right next to you.
Yeah, the most vulnerable. Got to protect them.
All right. Thanks so much.